Good morning, Mishpaha. So, I've got a very, very long route today, so I'm going to jump right in it here in a second. So we are on, Daniel and Alicia, good morning. We are on day 125, Psalm 125. Those who trust in Yehovah are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abides forever. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so Yehovah surrounds his people, from this time forth and forever. For the scepter of wickedness shall not rest on the land allotted to the righteous, lest the righteous reach out their hands to iniquity. Do good, O Yehovah, to those who are good, and to those who are upright in their hearts. As for such as turn aside to their crooked ways, Yehovah shall lead them away with the workers of iniquity. Peace be upon Yisrael. In other words, wholeness and completeness. Yeah, in these 5 verses, the whole picture is, it starts off and gives us the premise of what this is to be. Those who trust in Yehovah are like Mount Zion. Plain and simple. Those who trust in Yehovah are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abides forever. As long as we abide and trust in the ways of Yah, as long as we walk in His truth and obey Him and honor Him and glorify Him and keep His commandments. Yeshua says, if you love me, keep my commandments. Well, Yeshua is the one who gave us the commandments. And I'm not talking about, He didn't come and bring a bunch of new commandments. He came and He reminded us of the commandments He gave us in the wilderness. And He expounded on them, if nothing else, when, He would say, you heard it was said that you shall not commit murder, but I tell you, if you hate your brother, you've committed murder in your heart. All He's done is expounded on the level of, hatred, what it does. It starts in the heart. People have tried to twist these kind of scripture verses to be a description of to justify that the commandments are done away with, but yet he's actually reconfirming and emphasizing on these commandments. And He's telling us a deeper understanding that's even greater than just me hating my neighbor and I go shoot him and kill him, but that for me to do all that, it started in my heart. And that's why Yeshua is saying that if you hate your brother, you committed murder in your heart already. Same thing with, sexual immorality. If a man lusts after a woman, he's committed adultery in his heart, because for him to act it out, he's already planned it, he's already thought upon it, he's already meditated on it, so to speak, and through his heart he has already been sexual with her, and he is acting it out, and this is why when, as this scripture says, it starts out with, like I said, with the premise of it, those who trust in Yehovah are like Mount Zion and will not be moved. And that's exactly what it is. So what does it mean to truly trust in Yehovah? What does it mean to be like Mount Zion? Well, Mount Zion and mountains of Jerusalem is where Yehovah chose His name to be placed. So to be like Mount Zion is to have the character of Yehovah, to walk in the character of Him. Everything of what the mountain of Yah stands for must be in us. We must be just like that. And in so doing, we will be immovable. But the only way that we can be in that place is absolute trust in Him. We have to trust Him. It's not, oh yeah, I trust him, and then still go try to do things by your own power. Trust is trust. If you believe and trust him, then you let him do the things, let him move, let him do what it is he's going to do in your life, and you do the things that he says to do that will bring all of this about, and that is walk in obedience. I mean, how deep do we have an understanding of the verse that says, seek first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto us? Seek first the kingdom of righteousness. Seek first. Then everything else will be added unto us, Mishpachah. When we seek him, we find him. When we seek him with all of our heart, with all of our trust, with all of our faith, our belief, our love, everything. When we do that, everything will be added unto us. And that is everything of what he promised through his covenants, through his promises of what happens if we walk in his ways and in his truth and everything else. That's what he gives us. That's what we have the hope in. That's what we can rely on and trust in. Trust. And in that we dwell in the secret place of the Most High and abide in the shadow of the Almighty. And in that we put on the full armor of Yehovah, and that armor is solid. That armor is impenetrable because we trust in him. We trust in him, Mishpachah. So as you go about this day today, as always, read those 5 verses for yourself. Meditate on it. Read it, pray, and ask Yah, what would you have me to understand in this? But definitely understand this. You've got to trust in Yah. No ifs, ands, or buts. No excuses. Everybody's always got a but this, but that. There's no buts. If you trust him, you trust him. Explicitly. Without question. Without waver. Much like what we talked about last night. Like I mentioned about the scripture verse about the oak tree in scripture where it says that we are to be like that. Where the winds and the waves can hit us and we will not be budged. We have to trust Yehovah Mishpachah. There's no compromise in that. Either you fully trust him or you don't trust him. There's no half trusting or partial trusting or anything like that. We either trust him or we don't. And when we trust him, man, we can't be stopped. We can't be broken. But when we try to think, oh, well, I do trust him, but we still move on our own accord. Yeah, I'm sick. I trust him, but I'm still going to go to the doctors and have, whatever. And I'm not saying it's wrong to go to doctors. It's what we have physicians for. But when it really matters and when it boils down to it, our healing comes from Yehovah, not from man. Man's stuff is always temporary. Yah's healing is always permanent. Trust him today in all of your ways, Mishpachah. Trust him in whatever you have to do today. Maybe it's some kind of job thing. Maybe dealing with a family member or a boss or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Whatever you have to do today that you need your trust in Yah to be strong and bold, then do it. It's a choice. It's not about emotions. It's not, well, I feel like I trust him. No. It's a knowing. It's a fact. I trust him because I know his word, because I know he's faithful, and it all comes down from faith. Trust is an action from faith. Trust is an action from faith, Mishpachah. Is a part of faith without works is dead? Oh, there you go. Trust is an action. If you have faith in Yehovah, then act on that faith and trust him and know that he is with you and he will move for you. But don't mix your trust with what you want. Oh, I trust he'll give me my Cadillac and my mansion and lots of money and all that. That's not how it works. Trust him to always be there, provide for you, to fight for you, to deliver you out of the hands of the enemy, and to bless you life, that you will always have what you need to take care of yourself, to take care of your family, your children, whatever the case may be. Trust him, Mishpacha. So I pray that you all have an awesome and blessed day. I pray Yehovah be with you all, watch over you and protect you. And I pray that may everything we say and do today honor and glorify his name. Amen. So I love you, Mishpacha, but most of all, Yah loves you. Shalom, shalom.